What's happening, Johnny Bean?
What's up, dude?
What's up? It's the Gear and Demo Show. Late again. And you know why? I told you what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
We had some kind of a thing that was kind of like it's supposed to be science fiction noises. I don't know if that's anything like a science fiction noise. But
sure it is.
What's up, everybody? Music Therapy last year with my good pal Johnny Bean. Here's your favorite one, though. It's your favorite.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I just got a message. It looks like Trev finally went and used his Lone Wolf McQuaid's the Lone Wolf McQuaid gift certificate that I bought him, and he bought himself a USB rechargeable clip-on tuner.
Oh, right on.
Look at that. Check this out, everybody. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
And I told our friend in Australia if he would tell me where there's a nearby store, I'll buy him a gift certificate to that too. But I did send everybody a card. Even Ritesh got a card sent to him in India, and hopefully it arrives sometime this year. I have no idea how it's going to get there. Apparently the address is across from the school. So if it's across from the school, they'll find him, apparently.
Oh, man.
So what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out here while it was like super late. Of course, Symmetry, or Trev, as we know him, was first one in, saying hi to Janice, because that means Janice was in before he was, but it doesn't show me that here on... It might show me on YouTube. Does it show me that on YouTube? Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know everything, Johnny. You know all the YouTube and all this stuff. You're like the master of the YouTube thing.
Sure.
Let me go to my channel. It's my channel. Let's see if it shows. Got gear? Hey, look at that. I really needed one of these today, so I'm going in large with 3 dark chairs.
I can tell you who's here, man. We got Bryce Regal. We got Charles 75N. We got Dan Gorman. Danny of New Jersey. ET5150. Hit Metalworks. Hobo Roadie. Janice Lala. MPN 5150. Octopus Ears. U812. Patty Dill. Robbie Stingle. Symmetry. Tim Thomas. William DeSalva. And Zach Thong.
All right. Did you get Robbie Stingle? You did.
Robbie Stingle.
Patty, I'm charging up the glow-in-the-dark lizard right now in the bathroom, because when I tried it in the dark here, it wasn't glowing. So I think I have to put it under lights, right? So it's under the lights.
Those glow?
She told me the lizard one glows in the dark. So we can test that out at the end of the show if you like. We got the punk rock pink pointer here, ready to rock and roll. By the way, I'm wearing an EVH hat. Check it out, Ryan. I'm copying you. If you're here.
Everybody copies Laz at some point.
No, I'm copying Ryan.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm wearing the some kind of nightmare.
Look at...
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You can't...
It's see-through. No, it's not even see-through. It's like, I don't know what that is.
It's see-through, P.O.
Oh, that is really weird, because it's green, right?
What's going on?
How is that even happening, Johnny?
How did I get this one? This one is awesome. This one is awesome, man. Oh my god.
That's like, dude, if you wrap yourself in that,
so
you could be like the Predator. No one would see you. Online.
Wow.
Online. Anyway.
James B5150, thank you for following me on Twitter.
Hopefully we don't get any tips on how to use that, Johnny. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. Oh my god, it might tickle a little bit. Anyway, yeah, man, what's up, everybody? We're here on the auspicious occasion.
My goodness. How many of those have you had already?
You know, I just took my first sip just now. Believe it or not, I'm going to go for number 2.
I don't believe it.
Believe it. And you know what I'm using? Check this out. I've got this really cool. Can you read that?
Bananas?
Yeah, it says
something bananas? 28
the symbol's
bananas?
blocking the light.
78? 20 bananas. Go
No.
bananas.
Go bananas. Go bananas. Because you got to go bananas. And I'm using that in my Fender tool and parts tray. Works great as a coaster.
Oh, right on.
Just like their invention here, it works great as a pick holder.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the only good thing that this thing is for. Comes off the Telecaster. Anyway, what's up, everybody, man? Here we are. Johnny and I again. We didn't meet up this week, unfortunately. I tried. Just could not happen. But I got a bunch of cool stuff for you guys to show you. In and Out, dude, check it out. Look what I'm wearing.
Oh, dude.
Hold on. I gotta show you guys why I bought this shirt, because this is so cool. So, see that? In and Out Burger.
I was there when you bought that shirt.
Yeah, we bought that. Where was that? That was down the street from. That was in Tarzana, down the street. No, that was in. That was
at
down
the
street
Hollywood?
from the Record Source thing. That was Hollywood. Yeah, that was before we went into Book Soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me show you why. So see the back. Do you see the car?
Yeah.
You know what that car is, Johnny?
That's a car that you used to have.
Yes. Okay.
I remember you telling the security guard that.
Yes. Now here's a 68 version, but I had a 69 version of this. I pulled this off the wall because it's on my door. So I had a similar blue color one actually with white interior, no rally stripe on the back. I had the rectangular lights in the back, but the front had a split down the middle. I like the 68s with the all the way open, no split in the middle. But I like the lights of the 69 better. So the 69 in my mind, I had the same wheels as that though. It had those wheels on it without the red stripe though. But I had a really cool car as the first car. And when I saw that they had the this charger on the back of the In-N-Out Burger thing, I'm bringing you back. I was like, I gotta get that shirt, so I got it.
I've thought about getting their T-shirts as well. I've thought about that.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I felt like that.
Oh yeah.
That's how I felt. Oh yeah, I got to get one of those. So, dude, I've got some good news and bad news for the people of the, I guess what you want to call this, a community. I hate that. I don't hate anything, but I think it's kind of, I don't know. You know what I mean? When people are like, oh, you're part of the community. It's like, dudes, we're all just watching people on YouTube. It's not like a community. It is kind of, I guess. What do you guys say? Do you guys say it's a community? Yeah, Dan Gorman, Mopar, right? Yeah, I actually, my Franken van is a Mopar as well. It's got a small block V8 in it. Well, not small. It's like it's a 318. I guess it's a small block. From back in the day, but yeah, man. I had some bad news. So where's that thing? This happened this week. Some of you might have noticed the news during my IG, my Instagram posting that also goes to Facebook, that I bought a Jeff Beck Strat at a good price, but it didn't have an original signature style neck on it. And Johnny and I were both kind of wondering, is this a parts caster guitar or what is this? But, I was hoping it's legit and all. And you know what happened? 5 days into it, this guy decides to not send it to me. All of a sudden, I notice I have a refund in my inbox, in my Gmail. And I'm like, what is up with this? And I'm like did something happen with the payment? That's not possible. Could happen, but not possible.
You're like, is he just going to give me the guitar for free?
Well, I'm like, no. I mean, they already took the money. That's the thing, is that the money already, got transferred to Reverb, and then Reverb gives it to them once I receive it. That's how it works. So what happens is this guy reneges on the deal, and he's telling me that basically I can't do anything about it, and he does have the right to, stop a sale, even after he already told me he's sending it to me. He said he's sending it. And then I'm like, so how is this cool in your mind? I think this is totally not cool. And he gives me this line that he's so broken up by Jeff Beck's passing. Keep coming, Johnny. Keep coming. He's so broken up by Johnny's passing. Johnny looks like you're passing away because you're like fading half the time. You're fading. Anyway, you guys know how he's doing that, right?
Whoa!
Too close, dude. We can see your like the bats in the cave.
How's this? I mean. Is this okay?
No, I can smell your breath from here. Anyway. Oh, exactly. Oh, you had too much of that fat burger today.
I haven't eaten anything today. I'm actually starving.
Oh man, I hear something cooking in the background. Good for you.
It's.
I
it's starving.
I had movie food today for dinner. But yeah, to finish the story real quick, what happens is this guy basically tells me that there's nothing I can do about it, and then when I tell him that I'm going to report it, he's saying that, oh, now you're threatening me that you're going to report this to who? And he's like, to who are you going to report it? Oh. And so I already sent messages to Reverb. I have a phone conversation set up tomorrow at 12:45 to talk with the fine people at Reverb, because I even stated and I took pictures of every message back and forth between me and this guy, so I screenshotted them so he can't erase them or whatever, and I'm like, so I bet you're gonna turn around and sell this for more. Go look on it right now, look it up.
Let's
same
go.
Exact guitar.
Let's go.
You do it.
Share. Can you share
look
your?
Up
you gotta.
Well, let me. I could probably.
What's his name?
Find
Frank.
It. Frank's Gear Garage.
What's his name?
Like
what's
that.
his? Let's find.
Well, that's
let's
probably
find
not
guy.
his real name. That's the thing that really pisses me off is he knows who I am. He knows where I live. He has my address. I don't know anything about this scumbag, and he's telling me I'm threatening him by saying that I'm.
How many of those did you have already,
dude? No, I'm just. That's not what's got me heated. It's people like this that are just these scumbags.
Where's my internet on this phone? I can't even use it.
Well, you know what? Let me just show you guys, because this guy should be outed for his horrific behavior.
Oh, here we go. Okay, what's it called?
It's Frank Bailey is his name apparently, but I don't believe it.
I'm sure that. Of course, who would make that name up?
Yeah.
Frank Bailey.
Yeah.
That's the guy's real name, I'm sure.
Well, bottom line is
I can't even use this phone.
I would have to go to reverb.com. Let me go to reverb.com real quick. I can just go to my recent looked at thing. So no, that's not the one. It's probably this one.
Shopping. Reverb.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Is this one?
No, what's the guitar?
It's a Jeff Beck Strat. Yeah. There's so many people, vultures out there now, going after this stuff, right?
I can't even use this phone. I don't know what I'm doing. Crap.
Yeah, this is the guy. Here he is. All right. So the same guy who was selling me this guitar for $1,100 something decides not to send it to me. It's Frank's Gear Garage. There you go.
Frank's Gear Garage.
On reverb.com. Park Bridge, Illinois. And so now he's selling it for, and he sent it to me free shipping. It was $1,150 or something like that, right? And now he says he's so broken up about he's gonna fix it up and keep it. But suddenly one day later he's selling it for $2,500. So I
you should buy it and still be like, ha ha.
No, I'm not buying it.
I still bought it.
Building a better one, I'm going to go ha-ha, because I wouldn't trust that guy as far as I could possibly throw his.
Wait, let's find him. Maybe he has some stuff that I like.
You know.
Is it Frank's Gear Garage?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else on his site right now. But can you believe that he had the gall to actually post it right away back up for sale? And I sent this scathing email to Reverb about how can someone do this? This is kind of like an illegal. If it's not illegal, it's definitely unethical. And so he's telling me that
it's unlegal.
Yeah, it's unlegal. Exactly. But so that's the story. But I ended up getting something better. So in the sense that even though I have to work on it, there's one part of it right there. I'll unbox for you guys in a minute. But I'm actually going to do like what Beck would have done in his day, because Beck would have probably gone after the guy and done something, because he was pretty crazy.
For his own
He would
guitar?
have run him over. He would have run him over with one of his hot rods. But you know, he wouldn't stand for this kind of behavior. But the bottom line is, I ended up buying certified parts, Fender certified parts, a certified custom shop pick guard that's loaded with the custom shop Beck pickups in it, and a body that's also certified Jeff Beck body. And I'm slapping this neck on it because I'm doing something weird. I'm doing, you know me, Johnny. I always do like stupid, weird stuff. I decided I'm gonna build the tribute to the 2014 custom shop built left-handed headstock neck Strat that he on occasion plays on stage, and you can see him on concerts. You'll see him playing that, and that's what I've posted on some of my thumbnails. So he plays this one that has a left-handed headstock that has the Fender logos right side up for a right-handed person playing a guitar that has a left-handed headstock. So do you get what I mean by that? Let me show you guys. I think most of you probably get what I mean by that. You don't? So if you could see in this picture here, I'm going to highlight me again, because I thought it'd be cool to do something different than what you can buy. You can buy his signature series guitar, but it's not going to be like this one. So this is Olympic white, rosewood fretboard and all that stuff. But notice the headstock is not just a lefty, but if I can stop moving, I need to drink more. What was that? That was you. She's like, "What's that? It's a ghost." Oh, I just need a tripod or something. Anyway, you can't see because I can't hold it still long enough. The bottom line is that the logo is so that it's right side up, even though it's upside down. So we'll pull this neck out of here, and then you'll see what I mean. So I ordered all the stuff except for I haven't ordered the nut yet, the roller nut, because I'm on the fence whether or not I should do it just like that one, which has the old style Wilkinson one, or if I should get the newer, smaller ones that are Fender branded. If I got that roller one, that Wilkinson one, they do need maintenance over time, and most of those are from early 90s, so I don't even know if I'd get a good one. I'd have to probably buy a vintage one if I was going to do it like exactly like that. And then I'd have to definitely route out or cut out the wood more. Whereas I probably would be able to fit this one into the slot of a typical nut, because I think they're that size. If they're not, then I might take it somewhere to have that done very carefully, properly, because I don't want to jack that up. But the bottom line is, here we go. We got this neck. I've already opened it just to check it out because I was so excited. But let me unbox it for you guys in a way. So here we go. You know what to do, Johnny, right?
Take that, Frank.
Take that, Frank, and shove it.
Take that, stupid.
Anyway,
try to sell this one.
So what's cool about this is it's totally
it was already open.
Yeah.
That was a reboxing.
It was a reboxing unboxing.
That's an open box.
It was an unboxing. Anyway, I have some other unboxings too, but that's just one. So you know, it definitely is a nice neck. I mean, I definitely checked it out. It looks great. You know, it is vintage style, so you got your tremolo, your truss rod adjustment there, and the frets have not been like cleaned off, so they need to be. They've been filed a little bit, but they're not rounded. You know, which is fine. And then I did order gold foil proper Fender logos and stuff that I can then stick on here, the water kind, and then spray over that. So I gotta find out from our friend Amanda the right way to do all that stuff. Right? You guys want to see it a little bit more? Let me show it. A little closer up. So it's rosewood. Not the darkest rosewood, but I'll put some oil on it and it'll darken. It's a 12-inch radius, so even though he tends to go 9.5, I know that they modify the ones that he plays. And I've heard him speak about the signature ones that they're crap, but the ones that he has are worked over very nicely. As a matter of fact, John Suhr made some of the pickups. He designed the pickups originally for his guitars back in the day, in the 2000s. All parts licensed by Fender. And I do have to do another modification to this as well. So I'm not sure how it's going to work. I'm hoping that I can do it, because otherwise then I have to send this back. But this is made in Japan, by the way, you guys. So handmade in Japan. As you know, the Jeff Beck guitar has the what do they call it? I guess it's like a micro tilt adjustment at the neck plate. There's that little hole, and that pushes on, something that pushes on a piece of metal that's usually right in here. So that's the one thing about this that I'm hoping it's still going to work out for me. I'm going to have to put like a piece of metal in here so that it'll work. And I can't go too deep because we got the truss rod right there, right? So it can only go maybe 1/8 of an inch, which I think would be plenty thick, like a piece of steel I'll have to find or get from somebody. So, this is going to be a bit of a project in comparison to what I was going to buy from you. Johnny's doing business. Sorry. Should have told you. I'm bringing you back. But
Frank,
it's going to be a bit of a project.
I'm telling you, man, that was not cool what you did to lads.
Frank.
He actually knows Megan. And don't tell me what happened, because I haven't seen that yet. So
I'm going to tell you.
Don't even start. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to hear.
Awesome. Everyone's got to see the Megan movie.
That's all I want to know.
It's really good.
I'm going to go see it right now.
It's good. So yeah, all things said and done.
Frank's gear.
I'll be happy in the end.
Frank's gear from New York?
No, he's in Illinois. At least that's what he says. Bottom line, there's probably 1 million Franks, so I don't want any other Franks to get, He'll get his from Reverb.
Is Baloney his first name?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I think he is Baloney if he's pulling that type of sausage on you.
I don't think Reverb's going to like it. And the letter I sent them, and then I'm waiting for that phone call to talk to someone, is like, you know what? This is like, let's say you buy a stock one day, and then it goes up the next day, and then they say, oh, you know what? We're going to sell it to you at the higher price now. You can't do that. That's illegal. And if you pay for something and you already transferred money to someone for that purchase, and that's a deal. I mean, you just made a deal. It's not a handshake. I pushed the button. I bought it. You can't change your mind on that. And if you change,
it's a Frank shake.
He's saying that Reverb allows him to change his mind. I didn't see anywhere in the verbiage of their seller, things that they can do that.
In the reverbage.
Yeah, the reverbage. So we'll see what the reverbage has to say. But I hope that there's some recourse to this, because I think that people like this, they make the world suck. That's basically my last line to him in my messages, is that this is, this is not cool. This is unethical. This is bad business. You're probably going to turn around and sell it for more. And then I saw that he did, and so I sent him another message. Oh, of course, I see now that you're selling it for $1,400.
You should buy it again and be like, I still got it, ha ha, and see if he cancels it again.
No, I would never send a person like this a penny for anything. Anyway, so he's lucky if it was possible to sue somebody like this, I would sue them, because that would maybe teach them a lesson.
Go get them.
Not to screw people like that. But hey, yeah, Zim's guitar. Yeah, we know. Yeah, I don't think John Mancuda probably cares. Knowing John Mancuda, he probably does. He knows it's all a joke. He just jokes around. He jokes about everything.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I understand your reasoning, and it totally makes sense to me. But we'll leave that out. But we'll talk about that because Johnny did want me to bring up David Cross.
No, I don't care. I mean, that's fine.
You don't care? All right.
I'd rather talk about Frank.
So we just brought him up. We brought him up. Frank and David Crosby are going to end up in the same place.
I didn't say.
That's all I'm saying. They deserve to.
What, to be Grammy-nominated billionaires?
And still be a stacker, you know what?
Go to Zims and tell him Johnny sent you.
Yeah.
Robbie says.
Yeah, definitely. Robbie, you got it on. Right, man. Absolutely. Robbie, Zims would never do something like this, right? Have you ever heard of this kind of thing, Dane? Somebody sells you something, you're expecting shipment. I have the messages.
Zims wouldn't ship to begin with.
Yeah, he shipped it to me.
So I've heard.
That's a lie, too. Those guys who told you that, they were lying then, too.
Yeah, they're all liars.
No, yeah. Zims would be happy to ship, and he happily shipped my Friedman to me because it's a Friedman. And even, you know what else he sent me? Where is it? My PG-14. My Paul Gilbert. Oh, it's on the pedal board in the bag.
Oh, I don't have the picture.
The PG-14. Yeah, it's not here because it's in my pedal bag. Well, it's right here. You guys want to see that? This is what I took to LA with me, and again, I didn't get to use anything. Here we go. There might be some loose pedals in here because I don't have all of them velcroed in place. Oh, it's not on here. Ah, that's right. I replaced some stuff. This one does have the halo in it, though. Anyway. Where's my PG-14? I got too many pedals, Jones. But I do have this other board here. I'm ready to populate with some more pedals.
His entire floor is filled with pedals. Everywhere you walk, it's either like a wah or a flanger turns on or a phaser.
Automatically step
something,
right on
some effect turns on. Everywhere you stand.
Every step you take.
Every step you take.
Every wall you break.
You click on like any like you go to walk in there. It's like, what was that? Hang on, what's this one? Whoa!
Right.
What's this?
Sometimes they go. As a matter of fact, I do have a pedal that does something like that. It does something kind of like that kind of a sound. The Analog Man Albatross.
Wait, is that thing you were talking about that day?
That's the thing that I got from Brent when he showed up at the
when we
table.
were having pancakes.
Let me adjust this light. This is ridiculous. You know what? I'm going to break something else here. Well, check this out. I've got popcorn to stuff on. Let me bring this light into the picture here. So you guys can see me a little better. How's that? That
looks the same to me.
Bright. That's too bright. There we go. Anyway, that's usually how I have it. So so I'm really happy with that neck. I'm hoping it's all going to work out well in the end. Waiting for all the other parts to come in, so I'll show them, and then I'll put that thing together. In the meantime, I was showing you guys this last time. I got this Music Nomad little, it's called equipment case.
Oh, wow.
And it fits nicely in my little, I have this like little toolbox kind of a thing that I keep all my like stuff in. Fits nicely in there. And what's really cool about this is it has the feeler gauges, right? Your feeler gauges that you need for your guitar, right? everything's labeled properly for a guitar. It's not like automotive feeler gauges, like kind of tips you as to, light gauge, medium height, blah blah blah. They have not in like where the lettering is just silver. It's actually filled in, so you can see it. See what I mean? So it's really nice. It's really nice. You can really read it, and then you've got your string action gauge too, which is also a lot easier to read because it's all not black on silver but white on black. Super easy to see. All right, so you're able to do a good job, quicker, easier, less hassle. Then they've got what they call the first fret rest kind of a thing. This basically is like a pick, like any other pick, but it's thicker, right? And you can use it to hold your string down at the first fret. So they call it your pick capo. It's basically a thick pick.
That's pretty cool.
But it works, just to stick it over the first fret. You stick it over one string over the other, and it holds it down at the first fret. So then you can check your intonation and all your string height and stuff like that. Well, not your intonation, I don't think, but your string height. Anyway, so that's really cool. So it's a nice little case. And it's got a lot of room in there to put other things. If you want to stick some other stuff in there, it can't be super big, but let's say you have one of these ESP tools. Or better yet, or let's say you have some things like this you want to take along, right? You might not have your strap with you, but you want to make sure the strap that you're using doesn't fall off your guitar. You want to have your, capo or capo. You want to have your little D'Addario, easy, cut, turn. Use that little pin puller for your acoustics as well, so it works for everything. It's a great little tool, right? So that all fits in there nicely as well. But you can also, all this stuff fits in there. Look at that. Even that massive capo. Well, maybe not the capo. Like your little string covers, like your fret protector for your fret polishing. String covers. That fits in there sideways. But you can, if you want to take something like that along with you, it's a fret kisser kind of. You can use that as well. But what I thought was really cool was this little thing was on sale. Little Fender. Looks like what they did with the fanny packs back in the day, right? But what it does is basically comes all in one with a little neck rest kind of a thing, and then you've got the that tray that it all fits in like that. You could take it all together like that if you want to, It could fit together like that.
Oh wow!
Then you got your tray for all your little parts that you're going to be taking off. You got your neck rest right there, and then voila, inside here.
Dang.
Plenty of room for all your other fine.
That was pretty cool. That was almost like when Darth Vader took his helmet off.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing that you can do is like when you eat all the candy from Sweetwater, you can reuse their bags for things like putting your little string cleaner. You know these. You probably had one of these back in the day, but you probably don't know where you put it. I always forget, how do you even get this thing? How do you open it?
It's like a sponge on a.
Well, it's okay. There we go. Is it that way or this way? Oh, okay. So just simply pull. It's like it takes a genius. Just pull it apart like this. Just like that. Anyway, yeah, when you have your guitar with the strings, you slide that underneath and you slap, and then you clean your strings like that. Want to see? Let me show you. All right, here we go. We got this guitar right here. Boom. Right. Slip it under there like that. And then you spritz a little stuff on there, and then flip it closed, and then clean your strings like that. Voila. Done.
Very nice.
Pull it out. Done. Quick. Microfiber. Right? Everyone's got to have one of those. quick
That's
way
crazy.
to lube up, clean your strings. And then, you can fit your stuff in. Like I usually will take a little cloth like this. I have it wrapped around my, clip-on tuner like this uni tuner. You might want to have one of those in there. And you got to have some kind of little snips. So I like these because they snip as well as have a needle nose. So kind of double the pleasure. Gotta have your Big Ben's nut sauce or Vaseline if you want. But this is what's nice about this is it has these little tiny applicator tips so you can really get it in there.
Did you say Asaline?
Yeah, Vaseline. You know that song. Vaseline. Anyway.
Hey, I just got a text from somebody. Thank you so much for sending that. And I will make a note of that. Thank you so much.
Fits your Stu Mac micro mesh kit to polish your frets with everything in there that you need. And then I also got one of these. Now, what's really cool about this, where's the other one at? Oh, I put it in this little container. What's cool about this, you guys, is unlike the ESP tool, it's very robust but not as thick. So you can get under your knobs a little easier. And then it has this no scratch surface on the bottom. So you won't accidentally even scratch your headstock or your guitar body or anything, your pick guard, when you're tightening, loosening parts. Cool, right? And then what I have in the rest of here, the bottom of it, because I've been looking for somewhere to hold all these. I've got my diamond coated nut files, so I can start doing the nuts, Johnny. Like I need to do the nut for the Gretsch. I need to do a new nut for. I might get a bone nut for the Gibson here. I might even do the D'Angelico.
Actually, are you going to be making, in all seriousness, if you're going to be building nuts, I have a guitar that needs.
Guitars. Yeah.
Okay, dude, I've got
an
Ibanez that needs a bone nut made.
All right, bring it to me, and I'll mess around with it. It'll give me some. Hey, ET5150, dude. I was just talking about you, man. Send me a store nearby you so I can buy you a gift card. Anyway, I'm going to keep bugging him until he does, because he finally did send me his address, and I sent him a card, and you should get it sometime by summer, I hope. In Australia, I don't know. They send it
sometime this decade.
Pelican or boat. But I've got the entire set, so I've got enough here to do everything from bases to everything. So I've got every single size. I've got got all the sizes. So that's kind of cool. It doesn't have a handle because you don't really need one.
I brought back.
But it's a super cool little place to keep your stuff. All right. So if you need like a kit that you want to take along with you, this all in one has everything in it, and then you take along your little music nomad thing that has all the, or you could probably even put all those like these things in here, right? And maybe I could use this for something else. But it's kind of nice the way it's all packaged up in here. But bottom line, yeah, it's a good way to have like something that always has everything you need ready to go. Like one of these, you got to have one of these. Real easy to adjust stuff. It's got a flip around screwdriver. So I've shown these before. I think you guys know these tools, and they have like the different size nut sizes for different parts of guitars, right? So I'll put that back over here though. So that was kind of an unboxing. I showed that once before already, but I thought I'd show it again. And then I do have an unpackaging. Let's do the unpackaging. So this is going to go with the slime green Kramer. Decals, not decals, decals. My hands are so dry, I can't hold anything anymore. Ugh, almost just stabbed myself. right, let's see. There we go. I got 2. Right on. So just in case you mess up. For the headstock of the slime green EVH guitar, even though it has EVH on it, I'm gonna put the Kramer on it just to make it cool. So there we go. So we got that. And I did order the pinstriping for that guitar too. So I'm gonna carefully research and properly apply that to the Kramer body. And we're gonna have the Roxy Maximus Limon Indigo inspired, EVH inspired 5150. Because it's fun. Oh my god. No, Nightbot is here. Nightbot. So who else is here? Hey, right on, Michael, right? Kramer time. Yeah. She's behind the blast doors. Yeah, I'm gonna have Amanda help me out with some of this stuff, like with the Kramer. I'm gonna solo me since Johnny went to eat, probably. Solo, Laszlo, solo. So yeah, those are the plans. And should I show you guys the body parts? Have you guys seen my Instagram? If not, here's the. I went by a more reputable dealer this time, not just some Frank dude. But here's the Strat body, and it's a license. So there's an actual certification that comes with this, which is cool. And you can see the back of it there. I don't know how much work they do to these things, if this is the original factory finish or not. Michael, you're funny. This is the Custom Shop pickup loaded. Comes with a certification. Custom Shop pick guard. Fender. Jeff Beck pick guard. With his hot, pickups in it. Look how nice the wiring is on this thing. Wait for it to focus. Come on, focus, dang it. My arm's getting tired. I need to just get a tripod that I can stand this thing on. But if you look really closely to these, you can see the proper numbering and all that kind of stuff on the picks. And then, of course, I ordered the proper. I was looking up what's the proper kind of parts that come on the 2014 Custom Shop that he did back in the day. And he had the Spurzell trim locks. So I went ahead and got myself some brushed or satin chrome Spurzell trim lock inline staggered for Strat. All right, so check that out. The proper ones. So that's really cool. And what else? Yeah. That's basically it, man. Oh, here's Johnny getting, if you didn't see this. Here's Johnny getting his Kramer Beretta Special. I found it online for him when we were in LA, and I bought it, and I had it shipped here, and then, of course, he paid for it and everything, but I almost didn't want to give it to him. I almost wanted to keep it. It's killer. I mean, the fret job on that guitar is so much far superior than the Eruption guitar made in, I hate to say it, than the Eruption guitar made in Mexico that we saw at Guitar Center. That thing's like bad, but I guess it happens to even the best of guitars, right? I guess. Right, Kramer time, dudes. Come on, flip. Oh, it's like that? Yeah. He's in the back of his car already, the box. Right on. So let's see if everything is kind of going smoothly here on YouTube. Oh, we got octopus ears. Fernandez is still here under the table. Haven't had time to mess with that, but I'm going to mess with it tomorrow morning. I might even mess with it tonight. So I don't really have any plans after the show. I'm just gonna. I might go hang with my sweetie, even though we went and saw Megan the movie, so we were hanging already today. But she's already back to work after her appendix operation a couple weeks ago, and so she's those little foot massages and stuff go a long way to keeping her going, right? So why did the Fernand? Because I had to adjust the truss rod, and it's vintage style, so I have to adjust it at the heel. That's why octopus ears. Good question. And Amanda help with the Fernandez. Hey, Johnny was back.
Hey,
Any help like that, really? It's basically going to stay the way it is. I doubt there's anything I'm going to do to that. I don't see a need to change anything. It's so cool the way it is. It's got those funky vintage hot rail style, early vintage hot rail style Duncan pickups in it, and it sounded great. There's a video way back when I picked it up where I'm playing it. It sounds great. They're noiseless because they're humbuckers, and they sound good, man. Oh, Jeff K says, "Hey, Laz, for your info or something, I own a Beck 2018 USA Fender. If you need any spec references for your rebuild." Oh, right on, Jeff K. Yeah, I'll hit you up if I need to. Yeah, I mean, basically, it's just setting up that nut and then setting up the maybe the specs for where but I was going to line it up to this body where that metal round piece of metal needs to go into the back of the neck for the micro tilt adjustment thing. So I have pictures I took a ton. I've been like Jeff Beck coma lately, if you know what I mean. Everything's been Jeff Beck in the last. So
yeah.
typically, yeah.
Usually when he says JB, he's referring to me, but from now on, it's just Jeff Beck.
Right. So normally you'll see a model that has the micro tilt adjustment has a piece of metal in there like that right there. Because the hole in the back of I have that, and let me show it to you guys because I have it on my anniversary strat. Got to do this. Oh, there goes the popcorn. I'm running over it again. Came in the box.
ASMR.
Yeah, right. It's an ASMR moment for y'all. So
ASMR therapy, Laz.
see on the anniversary strat, it has the same kind of contour heel, and see that hole right below the logo at the bottom end. Oops. Try not to knock over stuff that's on the table here. Let me just pull this off. Much easier now. All right. See that little hole? So that's for a micro tilt adjustment of the neck. So you don't have to shim it. You can just adjust it through the hole there. Yeah. And so the Beck model has the same kind of setup. The Beck model, usually I think he has a 9.5-inch radius, right? Because he does a lot of bending. And it's nice to have that. He's not a shredder that needs to have, even though he does play fast when he wants to. But he does a lot of bends and stuff. And that's why a lot of players that do a lot of bending and vibrato like that, they use a 9.5-inch radius neck or fretboard. That is.
Everybody likes my dinner.
The neck that he used, the neck he has, I think, is typically a little bit, shaved down or sanded down a little bit more C-shape.
Mukbang therapy, Laz.
Right?
He's like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten all that popcorn.
We had a small, so we went easy this time. Last time,
Where'd you
first
go?
time we went out,
IMAX,
Dublin.
the IMAX theater in Dublin.
It wasn't the IMAX one. It was whatever was playing at the time we could go. So that's the only thing I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to add that piece of metal thing into the neck. And I have the right kind of boring bits and things like that, so I shouldn't have too much trouble doing something like that. Just don't want to go too deep.
That's what she said.
Right, and then here's the other detail that I was trying to tell you guys about. So even though I'm not going to use a string tree on mine, and this is like a vintage Strat of some kind.
What about the string butler?
The left-handed headstock for a right-handed player, so in other words, an upside-down headstock, has the Fender logo like that. And that's how Beck's 2014 Custom Shop
Spaghetti
model,
logo.
one of a kind, yeah, that he had made for him back then, when even John Sir was working with Fender back then. Here's another version of that piece of metal in the back of the neck, and there's a Jeff Beck neck. It's a Jeff Beck neck.
Oh, dude!
You know what I'm talking about? Don't choke.
No, when I was at Fender,
Yeah,
years ago, I think I have a photo because I got a tour of the entire place. I mean, look, I have a photo of like all their necks, like all their signature necks, hanging there. Oh man, where was that? What year was that? 19.
I think you said 1917, wasn't it? It was 2017. 19, was it 19 something? Wasn't it the 90s?
Well, no, it wasn't.
It was in the 2000s.
It wasn't 2017. It was 2015.
Okay, I believe you.
And I know you're talking about Jeff Beck, but actually, here's some posters on the wall at EVH. Actually, at EVH, there's a poster right there,
Right on.
and then there's a poster right there. Actually, on the wall.
Yeah, right, Hobo Roadie.
What else can I show you?
And as a matter of fact, Hobo Roadie, I think that the reason why Beck did the left-handed headstock thing was not just for that tension thing, but I think it was also because he was a big fan of Jimi Hendrix, and he like everyone else back then in England, you know, were like, oh shit, I better start practicing more. Beck was one of the guys who took it on as a challenge and really loved Jimmy for what he brought to the world. I mean, everybody did, but you know, a lot of them were just like afraid. And Beck,
Is that exciting?
Look at that. That looks amazing.
Oh my gosh,
Awesome.
Ned!
Yeah. So Robbie, you say you would never install that. You would never install
Because it's not a Kramer.
Well, it's not a Kramer, dude.
Whatever's not a Kramer, he wouldn't install.
Okay, I won't. Because honestly, you know, that micro tilt thing, it's not that super important. And I'm not going to be like, if I was a gigging musician and really had to be more concerned about flying around the world and having everything intonated and set up and working properly and all kinds of weird different, you know, environments, that would definitely be a necessity. But this is going to be basically a tribute studio guitar. I'd only do it maybe just to make it more accurate to the Beck model. Yeah, Holly, I've been watching all of that stuff, man. I've been posting up some stuff on my Facebook as well. So in Instagram, I'm putting up some like links to videos I'm watching, and there's some really great documentary style videos and interviews and all kinds of stuff of Ned and Johnny. Now, if you put them in your lap right now,
Is that cool?
You
It's because this photo actually had the green screen behind us.
Mm-hmm.
So look at that.
Mm-hmm.
It actually blends right into the. That
That's
is
amazing.
cool.
That's
Look
wild.
at that. Look how awesome that is. And you want? Oh,
Yeah.
come here.
You're learning all the movie tricks, Johnny.
Oh yeah, of course. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, people want to be on my Facebook, huh?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you because Robbie, you're right. Because what you're doing is you're putting tension up against the screws holding the wood, and you might be, wearing out the wood a little bit more. But I mean, it's a micro tilt thing. But yeah, I think you're right. I think the shim thing is better because that's more across the entire, width of the neck rather than, the pocket, right? Rather than just at that center spot.
Speaking of Spotify.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm thinking I might listen to you on this one. Because who's gonna know or who's gonna care? And I'm never gonna sell that guitar, you know. So the only point I'm so happy that there are people like Robbie Stingle in the chat here. He's a real pro and knows what the hell he's talking about. Oh, Octopus Ears. He's always shopping for me. He's like, you should buy this. You should buy that. I'm like, I'm not buying anything more. And then I buy another something. Anyway. Yeah, we're in that era, you guys. I think one thing I have to say, and we're already an hour into it, one thing I have to say that's very sad to say, it's going to be coming more and more, but this next decade is going to be the decade of a lot of these older rockers. They're probably going to meet their maker, as they say. That's really cool.
You like that finish?
It's the armoire finish. Someone should do that for you. Anyway. So is that everything? Did I unbox everything?
I just got here. I don't know.
Another cool thing I learned about Jeff Beck, listening to him talk about his tone and all that too, is that he, back in the day, of course, everyone was crazy about fuzz, and then he discovered a Proco Rat, and he was all into the Proco Rat from the late 60s, I think, or when they started making them in the early 70s, right? But he also used the clone, the Centaur, and this is a Centaur clone called the Prometheus, made by my friends at Vintage Tone. And this is a really great pedal. For $150, you can't beat this thing. I mean, it's big, but it's got the look, it's got the cool big funky red knobs, the blood red knobs, the ox blood red knobs. And it does do that thing. It definitely does do that thing. Check them out. VN for Vint, VNTAGE, Vintage Tone. I got turned on to them by Phil McKnight, actually. As many things that I buy, I get turned on. That guy's got something going on with the Tone King, Lewis.
I saw it.
That's a super bitchin' looking 80s style shredding guitar. That? Yeah.
Are you going to get one?
No. I can't afford another $2,000 guitar that I don't really need.
Sure you can, man. You'll buy another one next week.
No, I'm not.
Please.
No, I'm not. No, I got to start playing the guitar and practicing the guitar. Let me see. I know I have it here somewhere in my library. There it is. So he did a video on this thing himself.
Don't encourage him. He's going to buy another guitar next week.
I'm incorrigible, as they say. So check that.
Oh yeah, I was there. I was there for the premiere. I saw it.
Yeah. Super cool.
That guitar comes with like a certificate. Comes with a guitar pick. It comes with
everything you need.
Everything you need to play a guitar. It comes with.
Yeah. Everything you need to play a guitar comes with, except for an amp. And if it was one of them electrophonic guitars.
Oh man.
You wouldn't even.
See, you'll be getting one of those. Oh, that's a nice one.
If I hadn't bought this Beck thing, I probably would have bought one of those.
I'm getting one.
Focus on Phil. Focus on Phil. Anyway, check it out. Badland Guitars. And what they're going to do is they're going to do limited runs of guitar styles. And they'll make as many as they get orders. If they only make 10, they make 10. If they make 20, they make 20. If they make 100, they make 100. The builder will make them the same. It'll take a couple, 3 months to make one. You can put half down on it, and then at time of shipment or whatever, you get the other half sent to them or whatever. And yeah, they're many years of experience putting together good guitars, or playing good guitars, and so now they're going to be putting together some good guitars, and that's cool. I think it's cool. I was surprised when I saw them, like, wow, they went that way. Wow, but cool, man. Right on. Because I know Phil's been making pickups for a little while now. The headstock has a purpose too, which is kind of interesting if you watch their video on it. And I've always liked those 80s style headstocks, so it definitely has that vibe. Yeah, I thought it was cool. Yeah, same price, lefties, right, Jeff T? So, you're right. And the great case candy, as Tim Thomas says, right? Yeah, I saw the Tone King video too. Yeah, it doesn't come with skill. You're right about that, Ryan. I've got a room full of guitars and no skill. But they're pretty. And they're here if somebody comes over and wants to play them, and they that's what I've like always let people. Yeah, I've always let, like, when I go to jams or I take guitars and amps and pedals and stuff to a jam. I'm not like one of those guys like, don't touch my guitar. I'm one of those guys like, I'll let the 9-year-old kid who's never picked up a guitar. I'm like, sure, kid, pick this up and learn to play, man. Have some fun. Pretend.
Well, what's he doing in your room?
No, I'm saying it at somebody else's house. I keep that stuff out of the house here.
Oh my gosh. Ned, what do you think? What do you think?
I wonder if they're made by Boutique Amps Distribution. I know there's 2 other guys in the game, and there's a picture of all 4 of them together that Phil showed. Yeah, Johnny, not everything's Mancuda jokes.
Tell Mancuda that.
Like now you've taken over for him. Now you're. Have you guys noticed in the chat, has Johnny taken over for Mancuda? Anyway.
No.
Yeah, be careful, man. Megan wants to strum your strings, Johnny. That's what Ryan said.
Don't tell me how it ended, because I'm gonna go see it tomorrow.
Well, all I'm saying is that Megan strums the strings. Yeah, they're $2,400, but at an extremely high quality custom build spec. In other words, probably half or there. What Tone King was saying, that you could pay twice, 3 times, maybe even 4 times as much for a guitar like this from some other builders. And I'm not going to say
from Frank's Gear.
Frank, yeah, watch out for Frank, because he was selling me a parts caster.
Frank's Gear is going to buy them all and sell them all for double.
With a Mexican, V-shaped neck mod on it, and he told me he didn't have a Jeff Beck style neck that I said I'd even pay him a little bit more for if he sent. And then he reneges on the sale and decides to do that himself and sell it for $2,500. So, yeah. Not for everybody, Ryan, right? Not for everybody. But I bet you there are some people out there that will really appreciate them.
Sure. And hey, let's find that Frank's guy's page again. I want to see what else he has.
Yeah, Robbie.
I'm excited.
Yeah. And what's interesting about Jeff Beck that I found, definitely going through all his discography, and then also a lot of video interviews of him by everybody that interviewed him. I've listened and watched it so much in the last week. It's maddening to my wife, because she's like, that guy again. I'm like, honey, this Jeff Beck coma is not going to end soon. This one hit me almost honestly, it hit me a little bit harder than Eddie Van Halen, Johnny, because I've always been in the back, and there was a time when I kind of got out of that, 80s style metal kind of shreddy, hammer-on-y kind of thing that now I appreciate in a completely different way and understand Eddie in such a different, more deep way than I ever did, and thankfully to you guys out there and you, Johnny, but yeah, I've always had a thing for Beck. That the character, what's his name in
Nigel
what's
Tufner.
yeah, yeah, the character in the movie was definitely fashioned after Beck. That's for sure. I mean, if you've seen Beck on stage and in interviews and whatnot, he could be quite a feisty guy, and he would say something like, "Well, of course it's louder. It goes to 11. You see? Turn it up to 11. It's louder. You see?" He would say something like that just to mess with an
And
interviewer.
he had severe tinnitus.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Like
And,
way
yeah.
severe.
I mean, to the point
Like,
where it affected his amp choices and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
oh, he couldn't even play live for a while.
Yeah. But
He couldn't even play
still, what an
on
amazing player.
stage.
Yeah. Right. So the bottom line is, I'm a huge, always have been mad respect for the guy. There's a 1968 concert of him with the Jeff Beck group that he's putting together, and he's playing with some guys that were not even in that official band yet. The albums that they made. That, I mean, you hear the beginnings of Zeppelin, you hear the beginnings of Sabbath, you hear the beginnings of even Eddie Van Halen stuff in there. There are some sounds that he's making on that 1968 live concert. There's this video that you'd be amazed how much that guy influenced the guitar world. And then, of course, Jimmy Page took what he learned from him and then he refined it and then turned it into a multi-billion-dollar, thing. And I think Beck didn't care. I think he was more into making the sounds and the music. It was more to him about, his experience with it and just sharing that with the world and always, striving for more. I think he even said it himself, or someone said it of him, that he's kind of like an explorer. He's always exploring the next place he can take the guitar, the next place he could go. And that's why he didn't go so crazy about it. He had that Jackson, that pink one for a while. I watched that Stevie Ray Vaughan concert with him playing that pink Jackson recently. That was pretty cool. But at a certain point, people kept bringing him guitars, and he said, "Stop! Look, this is what I want." And he just got his simple setup, tilted up, 2-post bridge Strat and set up right with the right everything. And he said, "That's all I need. I don't need all this other stuff. I can do everything I need to do pretty much with this, and I don't need to spend more time tinkering with guitars." Per se, he would tinker with his amps a bit more because of, like you said, his hearing. But and he used a wah and a rat and a fuzz and a clon to get some of his tones, but he didn't really need to do a lot more. Yeah. Oh, Octopus has got his Kiesel Strat and his Heritage, and that's all he needs. See, right? Yeah, Hip Metal Works. Explorer in the sense that in Hungarian we call it an úttörő. It's the guy who's in the front leading the trail. It's a trailblazer, right? Someone who's always looking for the next frontier, right? In whatever he's doing. So he's an explorer in that sense. Right, a guitar sound and whatever explorer. He was, and in the breadth of all the kinds of music he played. I mean, oh my God! By 1974, this guy was doing, that kind of fusion jazz funk music that, became progressive rock in a way. Even though Pink Floyd was doing that kind of stuff too early on too, but of course, But yeah. Yeah, right. Hip Metal Works, my kind of dude. I could so hang with somebody like Jeff Beck. I could hang out with, totally. And he's into hot rods too, and that's another reason I wore the shirt with my hot rod on it that I had when I was 16. Right, that 69 RT Charger, man. But he had some of the best cars. He had like a 32 coupe Ford, souped up. Yeah, had all that kind of ZZ Top stuff too. Yeah, the guy was super into cars, and I've always dig cars for, I think it represents that side of him that's rebellious and, he's got that not pirate, but he's got that, he wants to feel it. He wants to feel the car go, and he wants to feel the guitar go, and you hear a lot of sounds that he made with his guitar sounded like that, even like a revving engine, like, you'll find a lot of stuff like that in his music. So he influenced so many people. I think he's been called the most influential guitarist in the sense that he influenced more other guitarists than probably anyone else in his lifetime. That's for sure. I think that is definitely true. So that's a wrap, you guys. And this and this Jeff Beck coma is going to probably last another few weeks at least, and then I'll be building the guitar too. So it's going to take a few weeks for everything to get in. It seems all the parts are going to get here at different times along the week here. But I'm also going to be getting some other cool Funko Pops. Notice the line up here. There's going to be more.
Oh my goodness.
Those. And you remember when we were talking to Amanda's boyfriend Rob down at Book Soup, Johnny, about the amp company that he's working for? You remember who he's working for, man?
Mm-hmm.
Bad Cat Amps. And I'm jonesing for that Black Cat, Bad Cat amp. And he's going to help me out, I think. I hope you can help me out, dude. Yeah, I should be drinking a Beck's lager, right?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Except Beck's is German and Beck is not German. Maybe he's bend it like Beck. Maybe that's a new term we can
Beckham.
Bend it like Beck, not Beckham. Bend it like Beck.
Robert Ranford. You guys, it's Robert Ranford.
Hey, Robert. Robert's been building some killer guitars lately. He's been putting some cool stuff together.
Wow.
Yeah, Holly, right? Great loss. Yeah, and I passed up going and catching with Johnny Depp because I didn't want to go to the Johnny Depp show. I wanted to see Beck do a Crossroads thing again, and I wanted to go see him with some other great guitarists and really bringing out best out of him, his music. I wasn't expecting that I'd see much of that at a Beck and Johnny Depp show, and so I didn't go in November for $120 something minimum. I'm like, I'd rather wait till he's playing with some other dudes, and then he gets this meningitis. It's terrible, and just like that, yeah. Nick Mason has a great car collection. That's cool. ET5150. There he is, Ned. Ned, you're so cute. I gave my Ned hat to Amanda. Remember that? Johnny Bean, you have to come up with some Johnny Beanies. I need some cold weather gear. I not a baseball hat. I need a beanie that has Ned on it.
Okay.
And then if you had Johnny Bean TV on it would be the Johnny Bean knee. Yeah, I know, man. I'm crying about it all the time now. Of course, I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, I should have gone. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, right. Tall.
You'll wake up You'll wake up at 3:30 in the morning tonight.
Amazing.
I should have gone to see David Crosby.
No, I don't think so. Could care less. But yeah, Tal, that series of concerts with Tal Feld, amazing bass player she is. Wow. And I remember hearing the interview or something about her when he first, met her. They introduced her, and he's like, "Oh, who's this 12-year-old girl?" And they're like, "No, just listen to her play." And she just starts to play, and she knew that she would wow him. And sure enough, they were like a perfect fit in the sense of their attitudes were both, they were in it. They were in the groove. It was all about the music. Yeah. Megan says, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." All I'm going to say is nothing happens to any cats in that movie, but something happens to a dog. That's it.
Well,
Anymore. Not telling you anymore.
I'm not going now. Ruined.
All right, so go check out Megan. She is pretty freaky, but it is a cool movie. Definitely worth a view. Yeah.
Definitely worth the $12.50.
Yeah. Yeah. Matinee. And until next time, you guys, I think Sunday, the Guitar Mods Squad show is going to be on my mom's birthday. She's turning 77. How about that?
So it's going to be the Mom Squad show.
Maybe. I wish I could get her on the show. I wish she wouldn't know what to say. She'd tell some stories that I would be like going, "Whoa, Mom, hold back on them stories of childhood stuff."
That sounds familiar.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to hear any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, my mom loves rock and roll. So, we owned a bar in Colorado up on Lookout Mountain called Sam's Rock and Roll Bar. Up on Lookout Mountain near Yosemite Sam's is what his kind of the character was made out after Buffalo Bill. Wild
No
Bill.
way.
Yeah, we owned the bar.
Yosemite Sam?
His body's buried not too far from where that bar is.
A cartoon body?
That's why. No, actually, the cartoon was made after Buffalo Bill. It was the
Did you see those cartoons near the bathroom at that place in Santa Monica where we had breakfast?
I don't think I went to that bathroom.
I was there.
I didn't use that one. Johnny uses every bathroom. Johnny goes to every bathroom and every place he goes to.
Yep.
If he goes to your house, better have that bathroom clean because he's going in it.
You're like, where's the bathroom?
It's like,
everywhere you go, man, you got to make sure, dude. When you're on tour, every place, every venue you get to,
Robbie and Golden.
You get there, you find the bathroom instantly.
Yeah, Robbie. We owned Sam's. It was kind of a long story, but it was kind of a nightmare scenario that my mom got into. Basically got scammed, and she ended up owning this bar when she didn't really want to.
Was Frank involved in this?
Probably. I bet you he was. Scumbag. Anyway, don't buy anything from Frank's Gear Garage on Reverb, but he'll change his name probably after all the stink I'm going to make about that guy, because what a scumbag move. No, dude, that's the like I said to him straight up, I says, people like you make the world suck. And it's true, because you don't sell somebody something and then decide not to send it and then sell it for like roughly $1,400 more the next day on Reverb just to make more money.
With better photos and everything?
Yeah, with more photos. Yeah.
I want to find
Tarnation half-faced, right?
Frank's Gear?
So, Robbie, you've been there. So, the tree stump log bar stools and the whole thing. The windows, I played keyboards in front of those windows overlooking.
Keyboards.
You could see the city of Denver down below. And you can't really see Golden from there because it's too far right under the hill. But I remember driving down, like the roads from there. There's that, what they call Dead Man's Curve or whatever kind of highway there. That's like, there's this one section where there's a whole bunch of cars piled up down at the bottom of this ravine because there's no way for them to get them. And it would be too expensive to try to get them out. And there's like probably all kinds of, bodies and stuff. It's pretty terrible to say, but it's true.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
sounds
no,
like
they
Highway
might have gotten
17.
the bodies out with a helicopter or something, but it's worse than that. It's like this Dead Man's Curve. Yeah, Robbie, and we used to own a cabin up in Blackhawk. This is when my mom was in real estate and she had money, and we lived in Cherry Hills and stuff like that.
Frank's Gear Garage.
That's the guy.
Wait, is that the guitar?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. He's actually selling that guitar that I bought from him, and he didn't ship to me. He was supposed to ship it to me. Yeah, he was supposed to ship it right now to me for $2,500. Good luck. I would not buy that from that guy.
I just bought it. It's going to be here tomorrow. We've got an unboxing. Let me see what else he has, if he has anything I like.
I think that's the only thing he
Frank's.
has.
That's all he has.
That's right. That's all he
Look
has.
at
And
his feedback.
he
Good seller. That's a
yeah,
lie.
exactly. Big lies.
Look at all these nice reviews,
I can
though,
show
man.
you guys his yeah, those are the only ones that you'll see. Um
Info and
anyway,
policies. I
I
will
haven't taken the
ship.
time to leave a review yet, but I will.
Returns.
Yeah.
Item must be returned in original condition. What does it say here? Where
Okay,
he?
Robbie, if you were there in 83, we owned it from 83 to 84. So Robbie, that's when my mom owned it. So it basically her and her boyfriend and her boyfriend's parents invested in this thing, and it was kind of a bad deal that somebody talked my mom into, and she was being too nice and fell for the deal, and they got screwed because what happened is that along with the building came back orders or whatever money they owed because it's a business, it's a bar, so it's not just a piece of property. My mom was used to buying residential and other kinds of commercial property, but not like a business like this, and so she probably missed this loophole. And bottom line is that they ended up in $50,000-$60,000 worth of debt on back payments that the business of the bar owed, and so it basically ruined them when it came to this as a venture, and it was a super bad idea because it was a good deal as a price, but it came with all that debt, and yeah, I don't know. That's what I remember hearing. My voice is getting, my throat's getting dry.
From all the screaming at Megan's earlier.
That's what I feel about Frank's Gear Garage. This and that.
He has nice feedback, though.
Yeah, that's what suckered me too. So don't believe what you see on the feedback stuff. Because what kind of person do you pay for something? He tells you, I'll show it to you guys. I'll show you. He tells me, oh, okay, I'll
Hornswoggled.
ship it out tomorrow. And then he reneges on it.
Like the next that day?
3 days later, I'm expecting it in the mail. 3 days later, I see my money come back to me in an email. I'm like, why am I getting a refund? What the hell?
You're like, whoa.
And then I message him, and he says, yeah, I decided to keep it, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
so
really?
Wait, did you buy it before Jeff Beck passed away?
I bought it the day that I heard the news, which was the next morning. Yeah.
Well, you guys, leave a thumbs up on this video. And subscribe to me.
See, here it is. It even says on here as purchased. This is purchased items, right?
You bought a lot of stuff.
And then it says refunded. You click on that and you go to messages. Oh, maybe he's got that blocked out somehow. Let me see. All right, let me see. This is why I screenshotted all the messages, because I knew this guy would pull this kind of crap. What a scumbag. No, this kind of person is a scumbag. This is the kind of person that fits that.
Yeah, they make other scumbags look bad. Right, Janice? Yeah, at least you got your money back. Are you sure it's all the money?
I got all the money back. Yeah. I'm glad, because maybe it wasn't even a real, body and stuff. He might have been trying to pull something.
Well, he doesn't even have a photo for his avatar. That's a red flag.
Right. There you go. All right, hold on. I need to see sent mail. Where the hell is my sent mail? Ah, sometimes these things are so annoying. Oh, I know. All right. So here's the first message I sent him. So I'm like,
You're like,
"Hi
hi, how are
Frank.
you?
Hi Frank. I just bought that Beck model with the V-neck. So you have the original." I'm like, "Do you have the original neck?" I quickly made the purchase, not noticing it's not the original neck. Please let me know if you can get the original neck. Not a V-neck fan. And then he wrote back, "I do not." He doesn't have the original neck. "I do not want a refund." And then I wrote to him, "Actually, I was hoping for the correct
Oh my
matching neck for
goodness.
the guitar, but as long as the body is really a USA Jeff Beck model and this isn't some pieced together parts caster, I'm okay with the price, even though it showed like he said it's in excellent condition, but it had all kinds of dings and stuff on it, but he did show them." So then the next message is, should I ship the guitar or refund? He says, "Oops, just saw your message. I'll ship it out." That's on the 12th. Then on the 15th, he writes, "Laszlo, sorry to say, but I have to cancel this sale due to the recent and tragic death of Jeff Beck, which gutted me emotionally. I have to hold on to the guitar and return it to its original glory. Again, I apologize, and
And
I'm
then sell it
certain,
for more.
yeah, and I'm certain you can understand why, right?" And
Sincerely,
I can
Frank.
certainly understand. And again, and he's like, "Again, I
Let's see the whole
apologize, and
thing.
I'm certain you can understand why. R.I.P. Jeff Beck." And then I write, "Hey Frank, totally not cool. I bought this to do a tribute build, and you know that from the messages during my purchase. Now I'll be having to pay more, higher prices, since everything Jeff Beck is going up. I already bought a lefty neck, as you know, I was planning to do that tribute build." And then he writes, "Sorry for the inconvenience. The guitar is now," what did he write?
For sale again for
"Sorry for
more
the inconvenience. The guitar
monies.
is now out of stock for purchase, and a full refund has been initiated." And I like, "Right. Hi, Frank. It's not an inconvenience. It's not good business, and in my mind, unethical. I did manage to find the parts to put together another one in tribute to him, but I'm having to pay a lot more. But you made an already heartbreaking and difficult time much more difficult. Besides, you should not list an item for sale, sell it to someone, take their payment, and then after you find out you can sell it for more, decide you're going to keep it." I'm like, "How is that right?" I'm like, "This is pretty messed up." Then he writes, sends me this reverb.com seller policy, as if there's something on there. It says, "Seller policy allows cancellations. Take it up with them. Sorry." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Not cool. That was your decision to pull out of an already sold deal, not theirs." So yeah, he's the scumbag. But he's trying to put it on reverb, like, "Oh, they let me do it, so it's okay." And then I say, "I'm gonna be reporting this." And then he writes this. I know this is drama. "Oh, now you're threatening me about reporting this. To whom, may I ask?" And I'm
You're
like,
gonna say
and I
Megan.
basically write, yeah. And I'm like, "It's not a threat, Frank. It's not a threat, Frank.
Frank.
If that's really your name." I
Oh!
believe you did. I believe what you did was wrong, and I believe there should be some recourse. When I hit the buy button and you agreed to send the guitar, it's like signing a contract, and the deal is made, right? I'm like, if there aren't protections in place against this kind of bad business, there should be. Then he writes me later that I'm harassing him and start sending him messages that I'm harassing him.
You're
I'm
Let's see
harassing
those.
him after he fucks me over. I'm harassing him,
Oh,
right?
ooh,
I'm
language.
I'm saying it now. After he does that, I'm like, this is messed up. So So I messaged them again, of course, saying that, oh, I see that you're so heartbroken about Jeff Beck that you're selling the guitar now for $1,400 more than you sold it to me for, but then decided not to ship it because you're so heartbroken you're going to keep it. But now it's up for sale, the exact same guitar for $2,500. You can tell by the dings and dents in it. It's the exact same guitar.
So what you can do is, can't you message Reverb and say, hey, he sold that? Oh, so you said he sold that to me already? And
Yes.
And he needs to honor that sale.
Well, you see how long those messages were. Look at this one to Reverb. So I go into it here. And I express everything I expressed to them about it. And then I have a 12:45 appointment to speak to someone on the phone with, because you have to make an appointment to talk with someone there. You can't just call them. They let you pick out of a list of like times that you can have a 15-minute phone call with one of their support
the thing
staff.
Is though, man, even if after all this he sends you the guitar, you know,
he can't. I don't want the guitar. I even told Reverb I already bought something else. I don't want it. What I want is some type of recourse in action taken against this kind of guy who does these kinds of deals on Reverb, because here he is telling me he's going to keep it and for personal emotional reasons, and he's selling it for $1,400 more than he sold it to me for. That's the biggest scumbag move you could possibly do. And if Reverb keeps allowing these kinds of guys,
I've seen worse, but
but dude, if Reverb allows this to continue on their platform, they're going to lose business. Because I wrote to them.
I've never bought anything off Reverb ever.
Yeah, I mean they're one of the most ones that people go to. They buy and sell all the time. Bottom line is that if they allow this kind of behavior on there and don't do anything about it, then less people are going to be buying from them. And I certainly won't. I even said to them that this was the biggest purchase I've ever made online through like some independent vendor outside of like a real store. And I'm shocked by this guy's unethical and bad business behavior. And if you guys don't have a recourse to something like this, you damn well should, because this is not just bad business. This should be illegal. You can't sell something at a price agreed to it and have money.
That happens every day, though. Over there.
But it shouldn't. It's illegal.
I'm sure it does. You got to look and see if there is some sort of a policy where he can cancel the thing.
I'm going to find out when I talk to them tomorrow. But the bottom line is this kind of shit should not be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. And if it is, they should freaking blackball them from their thing. And people should have to be able to use their real name, their real address, their real information. If they're going to be selling something like this on, you use something like Reverb, supposedly they have really good buyer protection. So I want to know, what's the recourse in this situation? To me, this guy, what he pulled here is like the biggest scumbag move.
It was a fast one.
That's never happened to me in a long time, anyway.
I was going to say though, even if he does send you the guitar, he's going to have rubbed a booger on it or something.
Dude, that's why I don't trust this guy as far as I could probably pick his fat ass up and throw him, because he's not trustable.
How do you know he's fat? Well, he does sell guitars. Yeah, he probably is fat.
He's whether he's fat or not, I shouldn't probably demean fat people this way, because fat people are nice too. So it's just not cool. And this kind of guy should be held accountable for his bad behavior. And that's all I have to say about it.
Nothing's funny about any of this.
Just like when I came to your defense in a sense against some people treating you badly, I don't abide by this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's right.
I'm glad they're gone. Right? Trust me.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. I mean, it still causes pain, and these are the people that make the world suck. And I'd rather have less people in the world like this making the world suck, or at least they should learn not to make the world suck and make it better. This guy, what he pulled here, I hope he finds a way to. I even gave him an opportunity in the first message. I hope you reconsider, and he basically just gave me the big, what. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow this, and I'm gonna see where this goes. And yeah, I told him I'm not gonna let this go easy. And as you can tell, I'm not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could buy it under a different name.
Right, Jeff T. I'm gonna go there with my new Jeff Beck custom shop guitar and say, here, this is what I really wanted. No, I could care less.
This is what I really have. Look. C, and you play a C chord. Zing.
I'm gonna make a like an M16 guitar. I'm just gonna...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I know. I'm kidding. I would never hurt anyone over something like this. I'm just saying that this guy, like I said to him, the final message is that, this will come back around to you, dude. What goes around comes around, and someday when it comes back around to you, remember my name.
Someday when somebody is selling your tribute guitar,
I told you so. It'll come around, karma. Should write a song about this. It's gonna be called "Bad Frank Karma."
Mm-hmm. You could rename your van that's not even striped the Karma van.
I'm gonna change the frickin' license plate on that van now because this is Frank van. I'm gonna change it so it's just Franken van or Franken van.
It says Frank van.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna change it to Franken van or Franken van or something other than Frank. Frank is not.
Van.
Now it's just really ruined the whole Frankie for me. It's ruined it for me. I'm not even going to call that the Frankie anymore. I'm just going to call I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm just kidding. The Lasnator.
I was going to name my first kid Frank.
Oh my god. Well, that guy was more than backing out of the sale. He not just backed out of the sale. He lied to me that he's backing out of it so he can keep it as a memento because he's so heartbroken.
Well, obviously, the guy's a liar.
It the next day. Well, yeah, totally. So don't buy anything from that guy. He's a liar. Hey, Mark. What's up, dude? Mark's gas station. I love it. That's what I've got. That's for sure. So anyway, that's the story. But I'm going to be building a much better guitar than that thing. And I'll be happy. And everyone else will be happy except that guy. Hopefully that guy gets what he deserves.
Hopefully whoever buys that guitar knows this story.
Well, that's the problem, is that probably not. And there are already like 7 or 8 watchers and 2 offers on the guitar already. And I wish I could message each of those people and say, hey, you want to know what happened here? Let me show you the messages. This is what happened to me with this seller. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Janice and Sim. You guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know what they're talking about, food or something else.
Ooh.
All right, so I've gone almost into a 2-hour long show now, almost.
Well, you were an hour late.
Demo show. I did demo some gear, or I showed you some gear, if you want to call that a demo. I didn't demo anything. I do want to demo this pedal next time when I'm not all pissed off and hot and bothered. I'll demo this because Jeff Beck does make these kind of like bird sounds, like this albatross pedal makes.
How does he do it? I'm assuming he does it with a slide.
He does it with a slide, exactly.
Okay.
The glass slide at the
assuming.
lower end of, over the pickups. Yeah,
That's what I assumed.
You know the tricks, John.
What are you doing tonight, Laz?
I'm going to finish this.
Besides fuming. Dude, jump into GTA. Jump into GTA. We can have some fun in GTA on Twitch.
I wish I had more time for things like GTA, but I got to get up at 6:30 in the morning, so it's not going to happen. GTA is rough.
I slept until noon today, man.
I know. That's when you GTA all night long.
I'm ready to go.
You have to sleep until noon. Well, I'm glad you liked the show, Robbie. Thank you all for coming and letting me vent to the community. I got 33 people.
See, you have a community here.
I got even someone from Facebook.
You have a community. What does Frank have?
Frank's got nothing but trouble coming his way. That's all I can say. And I'll soon be installing some of these onto the wall behind me. See what that is? You remember what I call these, Johnny?
Flap out ironing boards?
No. This is my Kiss.
It is. It looked like a present. It is Kiss.
Yeah, this is for my left paw.
Where'd you get that?
I got the fabric at Joann's.
Oh, dude, we have a Joann's here.
Yeah, that's
Do they have the Van Halen?
So you install one of these on here, like this.
Watch the glass. Sassy Cat, subscribe to me.
Yeah, subscribe to Johnny.
Everybody subscribe to me, please.
Johnny needs
I'm trying to
more.
make 10,000 subscribers.
Trying to make 1,000. So spread the love. Anyway, yeah. This mounts right on here, right? Like that. And then basically what this is I call them my Roxy's guitar hangers. You can move it up or down. I have like a piece of thick wood behind here, so it holds really solidly. And there's 2 sheets of soundboard, and then a thin, like 1/8 inch or 3/16 inch of plywood, and it's meant to work as a guitar hanger and an acoustic treatment, all in one. I hit the wrong button. I'm supposed to hit this one.
Thank you, Patty.
Anyway, I'm hoping to make some with that eventually. And
Well,
I
that's what
came up
Frank's
with a
making off your guitar.
Yeah. I came up with a design where I could actually have this folded in half and could ship out to people, and you could just unfold it and put it together and throw it up on your wall, and voila!
Throw up on your wall.
Put it up on the wall. I know, I keep saying throw up.
Everybody throw up on your
On the
wall.
wall. I made one for our friend in LA, JJ's House of Jams. And I made 2 for him. And I'm going to make a bunch more. So I've got, check this out. This is actually a piece of art that we bought when we were in Lake Titicaca. I'm not joking. Lake Titicaca. And I'm going to make one out of this. And check this, really cool. It's got Pachamama and Pachatata and all the mythological beasts of Peru on there.
Wow.
The condor, the jaguar, the anaconda. And so that's going to be one, right? I'm also going to do some like, check this one out. This is kind of like a, for those fans, for the fans of the glam rock era. Looks cool, right? Looks like a sparkle guitar. So that'll be a cool one. And then I'm also doing this one for the tribute to the fighters of the Ukrainian war. My mom sewed it together for me. So it's going to be a Ukrainian flag one too. For that Henning model that I'm going to be getting in the mail in a little while. I need to finish building it. And I finished paying for it. It's taking me a while to pay for that thing because I keep buying other guitars. Sorry, Henning. Henning's on an island right now, by the way. Henning is in the Philippine Islands somewhere, living it up. Getting paid to be on vacation. That's the way to do it. Just like Mark Knopfler said, right? Sang it.
I don't know who that is.
Money for nothing.
Clayton James Hicks. Today is
Clayton,
Trans Trim Thursday. That's right,
Absolutely,
Clayton. It's also buy a guitar and don't send it and relist it Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not cool. It's not cool, man.
Beware Frank.
Send him the guitar.
No, I don't want it now, dude. You already blew it.
Send him the guitar. That's all he ever wanted.
You did not make a friend.
That's all he ever wanted was that guitar.
All
those other guitars behind him mean nothing. That was the guitar that he really wanted.
Well, I did want it, but now I don't. Now I just want some action taken. How many other like scumbag moves has this guy pulled on Reverb? I wonder. It's probably not the first time because he did it in such a way where.
Well, according to his feedback, he's never done that before.
According to him, it seems like he does this all the time because it's like, oh look, they let me do it. I can do whatever I want. All right, so that's the show, you guys. If you're
According to
new,
this feedback, he's
which
really handsome.
if you're Sassy Cat, subscribe to you, Johnny. If you're
Thank
new and if you
you.
haven't subscribed to me, please do and share it to everyone and help me get to 1,000 this year, you guys.
Help me get to 10,000.
Trying to
Help him get to
that
1,000. Help Robbie get to 200.
yeah, Robbie's getting to 200. It's awesome. It takes a while to build up all this followers and stuff, but it's really cool. And we're going to be at NAMM this year too, by the way. I got my badge. I did pay for it finally.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. We're going to be at NAMM together again in bunk beds. No, I'm kidding.
Are we? Are we going to be in bunk beds again?
I hope not. I hope we'll be hanging at JJ's. And I'm hoping to meet up with some other friends out there too this time, outside of Amanda and Rob, who are new friends, who are amazing people. Sean Pierce Johnson, I'm trying to pull something together with him if that's possible. And, he'll be at NAMM. There'll be a lot of other people at NAMM that we'll see there. But those are just outside. And, by the way, Johnny, have you ever been to Disney Star Wars Park?
No, but I've seen plenty of people. What?
Neither has Martin, who's flying all the way from Austria, from the L&M Guitar Corner in Austria, from the beautiful Alps of Austria. He's flying all the way out by himself. His wife let him go to California on his own to visit me and you, to come down to LA with us to NAMM. And I says, do you want to go to Star Wars Disney Park for a day? And he's like, I was thinking about, attendees to NAMM get a discounted ticket. So if there's
it's just across the street?
If there's ever a time, because their convention goers are going to, go.
I've never gone over there. But
I've always wanted to get one of them lightsabers, the real looking like the real ones. The ones that look cool. My brother and my nephew have one, and they're you can actually fight with them, and they actually sound and look and feel and play. I mean, you can't chop someone up with it, but like Frank, but it's fun to play with.
Like Darth Frank.
Yeah, it makes all the womp 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 sounds and all that stuff.
Frank the Hut.
Frank the Hut.
Frank Vader.
Well, now that we can't make fun of what's his name, who's now also gone, we can make fun of Frank. Yeah, I'm definitely changing the license plate now. I'll pay money to change my license plate just because of that guy. That's how much this got up my craw. Anyway,
just write on the dude. Put your story on the side of the van. Dude, that's all you gotta do. No, dude, there's this place, you can do these huge wraps.
I'm a little upset, but I'm not.
You can put these huge wraps on your car and advertise stuff. Put the entire story of the guitar, everything on your van as you're driving around. It's the Frank van. It shows how much of a scumbag the guy is. He ripped you off. That'd be so awesome.
That would make me like the guy who's trying to tell people that the world is coming to an end and has the sign that he walks around all the time.
Well, it is.
That's what I feel like tonight. But I had to get it out. It's out. I'm through with it. I'm done with it. Goodbye to scumbags. I can do a you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll do a cover of Ozzy's "Goodnight" or "Goodbye to Romance," but I'll call it "Goodbye to Scumbags," and I'll redo that song.
Better do it before Robbie does it, because he's looking for those short views. Better do it.
All right, so that's it, you guys.
What's in your drink? Is that a peach pit?
No, it's got the dark cherries, dude.
Oh, wow.
So what happens is while you're drinking it slowly, the bourbon soaks into the cherries, and at the very end, when you're done drinking the bourbon, at the very end, you get to eat those tasty, tasty bourbon-soaked cherries.
Can we see you slam that right now?
No. Okay. I like to sip it. It's a sipping thing, dude. As a matter of fact, let me show you what I was eating earlier too. One of the best things to have with bourbon is some
cocoa dusted
truffles. These cocoa dusted dark truffles.
Oh my goodness!
So amazing! I got this for Christmas. Oh. You guys know, if any of you guys are partakers of the bourbon. Oh, amazing. All right, Robert Ramford. Yeah, I should change the license plate to that. Frank sucks. 69.
Or Frank ripped off LAZ.
Yeah, right. Oh, goodbye to you, right? Goodbye to you. All right, that's it. All right, rock on, you guys. Thanks for coming again. Great to have you here, Johnny, as always.
Hey, you're welcome, dude. And don't forget, you guys, watch my show tomorrow.
Absolutely. What's it called?
It's called Talking Kramer Guitars. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. Let me give you guys the link.
The link up. Hit that like button on your way out if you haven't. Hit that bell so you get notified when I put up these silly videos.
Smack that, Frank, on your way out.
Get in the studio here so I can put some real cool videos and demos together for you guys. Got my buddy, the previously the artist known as Nick the Intern, coming tomorrow to hang out with me. So that'll be fun in here. We'll play some drums and everything. And yeah, man.
But no cleaning.
No, they'll be cleaning. I'll put these guitars together and they'll be all happy times in the Flying Pickle Productions studio.
There you go. There's my link. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be having a great time talking Kramer guitars.
He says I'll get all the wrong kind of attention with that kind of a license plate. I'm sure that's what he meant. Yeah. So rock on, you guys. Thanks for coming. See you on Johnny's show. Well, Johnny's 3 shows coming up: Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right? And I'll have a show Sunday morning. It's my mom's birthday on Sunday, Johnny. So we have to sing happy birthday to her on my show and your show.
Okay, we'll do that. And also, I'm actually taping a show Saturday afternoon with a special guest, which will be aired at a later date. So tune in.
Tune in.
Won't want to miss it. If you like Van Halen, you will not want to miss it.
And that's it. It's a wrap.
F. Frank.